Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Sunday to you all. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hopefully you are enjoying your weekend. There we go, finally managed to get my words out. And today was supposed to be concert prep day for Dream Concert 2024, which is happening next weekend. Emphasis on the was, because it's postponed now. In our little day off, I figured we'd check out some debuts, because I have definitely dropped the ball on checking out debutantes this year. It was one of the core values of the channel when I started this in the fall of 2022 that I would try and check out as many debuts as possible. Unfortunately, due to time constraints and stuff, that hasn't really happened this year, and I can only apologize for that. But since we have a day of being able to check out some music from the backlogs, I figured let's spend some time and check out some debuts. And this one's a little bit interesting. We've got 3 groups to check out. All of them are boy groups. I didn't mean for this to happen. It just so happened to be that way. So we've got a 5-member boy group called Dignity with their song Cool Down. We have a 5-member boy group by the name of KAVE with their song Legend. And a 7-member boy group by the name of Celestia with their track Panda. So, each of them have their own kind of little backgrounds and stuff. If you want to fill me in on any of the groups moving forward, do let me know. I'm always open to learning some new things, and hopefully we can uncover a little hidden gem on our hands today by going through some debuts. So, let's do just that. Here we go! Right, and we're going to start off with Dignity, a 5-member boy group with the song Cool Down, or at least that's the English title for it. I haven't done really any research into backgrounds and ages and stuff. Usually we'd spend some time on K-profiles before every group, but I just don't have the time to do that. So if you want to fill me in on what the background information is on any of the groups that we're checking out today, do let me know in the comments. But in the meantime, let's check out some music. So, captions? No, we don't have it. That's okay. Here we go! Okay, so we definitely got a little bit of an older vibe with the music. It's a really nice laid-back vibe, though. It's got a nice energy to it, but it's not way in your face and uppity. Yeah, it's got a kind of 2000s vibe. But it's mixed wonderfully. Oh, introduced that beat a little bit earlier than I expected there. Nice. But yeah, the groove is nice, the energy is nice. And the synth work, hello. This is a long chorus too, oh my goodness. That constant, reverby electric guitar sound reminds me so much of Skrillex's Bangarang. It's just that one note. I don't know, I think that's just a very neat instrumental choice, as someone who had a big EDM phase as well, but this is a really well put together song though. Very, like, you know, this is very much like a Diamond in a Rough type of song for me. Let's see. Let me actually pull up what this group is on the side. Dignity Kpop. Oh, the fake lead-in, I love it. Oh, and a double fake out, nice. God, this song, there's so much in the song in terms of just like, you get every single penny's worth out of this song, don't you? And it's a long song. Whoa! Oh my goodness, it's a song that's it's essentially 3.5 minutes in this economy? Oh! Well done, gentlemen. Dignity. Okay, let's see. K-profiles. 98, 98, 98, 98, 99. Oh! They're an older group. Very cool. It's like, shoot, there was a boy group that debuted at the end of 2022 that had a whole bunch of the older members. It was like a 4-member group that had mainly members like older than like 97 or 96 or something like that. I think they disbanded last year, but I thought that was really cool that, you know, what some people could consider like past their prime in the K-pop world is getting a chance. And, you know, 98 is not old. Like, they're, what, 25, 26, going on 26 this year? It's not old at all, realistically. But in the K-pop world, where unless you debut in your teens, you're considered old, like... But, having said that, the music is very good. It's tastefully done. It's very long. The mixing is actually, I think the thing that takes the cake for me on this. The mixing is wonderful. There's a nice amount of bass that establishes the kind of bounciness of it. I think the plucky synthesizers are really nice on the ears, especially when they kind of take over the melodic top line from the vocals in the post-chorus. The vocals are mixed really nicely. Nothing really feels like overwhelmingly loud or too quiet. The sudden changes, there aren't really any of note. Everything just flows really nicely together. I think they got the attitude of the song right. And yeah, I can't complain about it at all. I wonder if there's any... Do we have any interesting backgrounds? I see... No, like, major things that stick out for me. I see they have individual, like, role models for all the members. There's a very nice spread. Like, we've got, like, Crush, we've got Zico, we've got, let's see, we've got Taemin in here, got a fan of A-Pink in here. That's cool. I like that. I really like that. I think that is a wonderful debut to start off a career with. And you know what? I don't know how well this is going to be received by the general public, but the kind of, you know, Y2K music movement that we're getting in K-pop right now, that's nice. And the energy is terrific too. I think the fact that, you know, their debut song is over 3 minutes is spectacular. In a world where we're getting like 2 minutes and 10 second songs as titles, I've almost got I'm gonna call it a 3.5 minute song. Wonderful. Wonderful. That was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Okay. KAVE. Now this is the one that I need background for, because the description on K-Profiles only says a Korean group of musicians and producers consisting of 5 members: Gaho, Kinyu, Owner, Hyun, and BGNT. I don't even know how you go about pronouncing that. Any users. The only name I even remotely have a chance of recognizing is Gaho, and I'm pretty sure that this is the same Gaho that did Start Over for Itaewon Class, right? Pretty sure we've done an OST from him in the past before, but oh, this one kind of intrigues me a little bit, because this isn't like an ordinary K-pop group. Like, is their music gonna be something that little bit different level? Let's find out. KAVE's Legend. Oh, well, hold on a second. You got to live now, 'cause you you believe why, 'cause you you know it inside you might not 돌리지 마, 'cause I will let you down. 기다리고 있었던 플레이어 나 통화되고 있었어 너에게 나. The visuals in the MV are slightly off-putting, a little bit disturbing, but changing my mind every second. My body turning to your weapon. We're trying to jump with the battle. 서서히 I'm a lesson. I'm changing my mind every second. I'm killing them every second. Cause nobody will understand. I will give him this though. Wow. I was going to say, it's a really out there song, very almost experimental, but don't do that at home. Please don't. But the song is really interesting. It's got an unsettlingness to it in the music as well. But like, it's got, you can tell that this isn't just like normal musicians or like idols producing this. There is a different level of production involved with this. And you know what? As a K-band aficionado, this is very different to what I'm used to in the K-band scene, but I welcome them with open arms. Oh, isolate the drum fill after the guitar solo? What a time. Wow. Now, this is very different to what I am used to listening to in music in general. This is a little bit above what I'm used to listening to, whether it's in the K-pop scene or the band scene or just in general the rock scene. It's kind of a different vein. It's a different era of sound than the rock music that I'm used to listening to. I'm a big 80s guy. Like hair metal, hard rock, second wave of the British invasion, like that is my era of rock music. So this is very different. But I can appreciate the composition that has gone into it and just how multi-layered it is. This isn't your simple band song, not by any means. There are so many things going on. It's a very busy song, it's a very bold song, it's a very brash song. But at the end of the day, there is a refinement to this that I think very few are going to understand. And for me, I don't even understand it quite all the way. But with having so many musical minds come in to just kind of put a final product together, there is something different that you can kind of cook up. Like, there's the phrase, too many cooks spoil the broth, and I think that's the same with music as well. But if you don't get all those different ideas and minds and ideas together, you're not gonna get that kind of out there experimental type music. For me, Legend very much kind of falls into that category, and while it is a little bit complex above my pay grade than what I'm used to, sorry, dinner's giving me some heartburn right now, but even though this is above my pay grade in terms of understanding the music and like the intricacies involved with the composition, it's kind of an experience to listen to it. I have a friend who, like, not an online friend, like IRL friend who does like GarageBand stuff, or at least did GarageBand stuff after finishing uni. And his band did something like this, so I might send it to him and see if I can get any kind of analysis from someone more honed in on this type of music. But overall, interesting project. And we get to move on to what is the final debut that we're checking out today. This is the one that I'm kind of curious to see what like the background of this group is. All I know is Eunhyuk and Wonpak's Jungwoo are involved in this. I just don't know what the fine details of it are. But it's a 7-member boy group produced by Super Junior's Eunhyuk and Wonpak's Jungwoo. And the KAVE profiles blurb says, the goal is to create a boy group active in different fields such as acting, emceeing, singing, and modeling. And, well, let's see, in terms of backgrounds, we have a former member of Blank 2Y, former Fantasy Boys contestant, and it's also a very international group by the looks of it. I see some Japanese members, some Korean members, former Jay Weaver member. Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a hot minute. That's peak Nugu boy group world, I feel like. And then Fantasy Boys contestant, backup dancer at Mama 2022. Neat. So, very wide skill set by the looks of it. Those are always very exciting. So let's see what Celestia have with Panda. I wonder if it's Japanese, considering their artist name is in katakana instead of Hangul. Anyways, let's see what they've got.
Let's go. Gonna say something about us. I'm serious. Turn it up, baby.
It's slower, it's heavier, but each beat has that impact, doesn't it? Oh, but it's very pretty and melodic in this pre-chorus. Okay, so we're just going that heavy chorus that I'm not mad at it. But interlace it with a little bit of vocal moment, okay. Oh. We'll carry over that vocal moment. You know what this feels like to me? Was it Evan or even that did the song Trouble? It feels like the inverse of that song for me. It's heavy, but it doesn't have that fast bounce. It's heavy, it's slow. Each major beat, it feels weighty. but I like it. Even the vocal moments has a weight to it that's just a little bit different. And then this time, extend the vocals to the bridge rather than a post-chorus. The way they set up this chorus drop has a nice amount of power to it. And then we get that post-chorus again for the final chorus. Hell yes. And you finish it with the firm panda at the end. Huh. You know what? I'm not mad at that, actually. I'm not mad at that at all. Sometimes I love a good flowy melodic song. I love a good EDM song. I like a lot of music, what I'm trying to say. And you know what? Whenever you get something that's just weighty and heavy and slow like this, it's kind of interesting to listen to. Because it makes you put the stank face on, just move along with every major beat. And I kind of like that about it. If I have to make any comments about it, I'm not quite sure the word panda. I would have maybe preferred a little bit more elaborate wordplay on the choruses. I mean, it's the whole semantic satiation thing. Essentially, human psychology is a phenomenon in human psychology where you hear the same word repeated so often that it loses its meaning when you hear it. Now, they don't say that actual word panda over and over and over again. They kind of break it apart into like panda. But still, it's like panda as a word is actually quite good because it's got a nice blend of hard and soft consonants. But no, I feel like with a chorus that has that much weight and power behind it, I would have loved a word that had a little bit more power and bite behind it rather than panda. Like panda, I don't know if there's a Hangul word panda that has a different meaning, but for me, like when I think of panda, I think of the cuddly animal that eats bamboo and sleeps for like 90% of its life, essentially. It doesn't scream weighty and like powerful to me, you know? But if we're looking at it from like a word point of view, like a wordage point of view, not like the definition side of things, but how the word is structured, it's actually a very interesting word because it's got a nice, you know, as I explained earlier, it's got the hard consonants and soft consonants. It's a nice firm word that's nice and short. But for me, I love the balance and the mix of the hard rhythm and the flowy, like pretty melodies. Because you get the best of both worlds and they're interlaced throughout the song, so highly appreciate that. Debuts are always an interesting bunch to check out because you never know what you're gonna get, and that's always the fun of checking out a debuting group. Also the fact that, you know, checking out a debuting group on their debut means you're kind of one of the first in line to really check out what they're all about, you know what I mean? And occasionally we have come across some absolute gems by checking out debut songs. Like, specifically in the boy group department, we've had a lot of those in the last couple of years. Like, just even going back to like my very first debuting boy group that I checked out on the channel, Amers with Fight Inside was a wonderful song. We had The Wind with Island, we had Waker's Atlantis, TWS's Plot Twist, and honestly, Dignity's Cooled Out is kind of fire. Like, I think it's a sleeper pick, but it's got a lot of things that I like going about it. It's going to take like my debut of the bunch from our little block here, but it's nice. And it feels good to check out debuts again, because I definitely dropped the ball on it this year, and I feel like I've missed out on some really good stuff. Hopefully, if I work my way back through the big and small debuts from this year, maybe I can find a couple diamonds are up for the end of the year awards. But I am going to leave it here. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. Know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!